Welcome to Tokyosaurus. So, what's up in Japan? Yokai Watch 3 Sukiyaki has just been released, and the first sales figure has been revealed to be 337,000 just in the first 2 days. This is approximately about half of how many Yokai Watch 3 Sushi and Tempura sold in the same amount of time. After seeing this figure, many of you are probably thinking, oh no, Yokai Watch is dying. This is the end, I knew it. But before we make any assumptions, let's just give you an idea of how the average week looks like in Japan for one of the busiest months of the year. Yokai Watch 3 Sukiyaki is at the top, with its first 2 days of sales being a game that's just repackaged with a few extra features. Yokai Watch 3 itself having released only about half a year ago, this is awfully soon to release another standalone game without being a totally new game. But why are they doing this? Because Yokai Watch 2 actually did this in 2014 and was actually pretty successful at doing it. Yokai Watch 2 sold 3.18 million in Japan, while its upgraded version released in the same year sold 2.68 million copies. In total, that's almost 6 million copies. That's also almost 85% of the audience willing to buy another Yokai Watch in the same year. Obviously, there are those who bought the second version without having bought the first one, but those are in the minority. So the problem here isn't that Level 5 is putting out games too soon. The audience certainly wants more. And seeing how Yokai Watch 3 Sushi Tempura sold about 1.3 million, which is almost half of what Yokai Watch 2 sold, 330,000, which is half of what Sushi Tempura did, in the first 2 days means that the percentage of people willing to buy another copy of Yokai Watch in the same year is pretty much the same as it was in the previous generation. Which means the problem isn't Sukiyaki, the problem is in the original Yokai Watch 3. Many people say that it's because the theme changed to an American-centric setting, which didn't resonate too well for a game that's supposed to be about yokai, which is grounded in Asian folklore. Many of the new yokai are American-themed, like USA Pion, but are generally not as well received because they felt a little bit too generic and almost stereotypical. Much of Yokai Watch's charm was in its eerie backstories and mystical designs that you know is based off of some sort of folk story. Level 5's goal here was probably to try and appeal to the international audience by locating to another part of the world, similar to how each Pokemon series has its location inspiration built upon a certain country or area in the world. But the problem with that is, with a game like Pokemon, they can design Pokemon out of thin air, and as long as it looks good and fits in with the setting, people will accept it. But with a game with the word yokai in its title, people are expecting your monster designs to be yokai based, which means most of them have to have a tiny bit of Japanese folk horror element imbued into their design or story. By changing the location to somewhere other than Japan, the essence of Yokai Watch might be a little lost and somewhat confusing. I am almost positive that Level 5 will not do what they did with Yokai Watch 3 with Yokai Watch 4, after seeing a franchise drop sales by more than half within just 1 year. It's not that people are not willing to buy Yokai Watch games within relatively short periods of time. It's just that when people have more choices, they tend to be more picky. The third Yokai Watch movie just aired in Japan and has sold 545,000 tickets in just its opening weekend, versus the second Yokai Watch movie which aired last year, selling almost 1 million tickets in its opening weekend. It's not to say that this Yokai Watch movie is doing bad though. This new Yokai Watch movie beat Star Wars Rogue One in its opening weekend, selling only 413,000 tickets, which is about half of what Star Wars Force Awakens sold the previous year. So all in all, the movies are not doing as well as they did last year, and it's most likely due to the amount of people that are playing the new Yokai Watch 3 game. Seeing how this movie was able to beat out one of the most popular movie of the year in the world is still quite a feat. So the takeaway here is, sure, these numbers are smaller than before, but these numbers are still massive numbers. And before some of you go, I told you so, or this would never happen to Pokemon, Pokemon's release schedule is about one game every 1 to 2 years instead of having multiple releases in the same year, which means fans generally have to wait much longer to get another chance to play the series. Which also means that fans are generally more willing to buy the game because they've waited for longer. If you want to know more about the numbers of Yokai Watch versus Pokemon, I actually made a video about that not too long ago, you can check out in the link up there. So to conclude, yes, Yokai Watch 3 isn't doing as well as Yokai Watch 2, but it is not dying in the way that we all think it is. With Yokai Watch 4 definitely coming out next year, seeing Level 5's consistent release schedule, we are bound to see a redesign of some sort in effort to fix Yokai Watch. And I'm really excited to see what they will add to the series. What do you guys think of the state of Yokai Watch? As usual, let us know in the comments below. Thumbs up the video if you liked it and follow Tokyosaurus on social media for Japanese culture tweets and video updates. And for more about the latest things people are talking about in Japan, make sure to subscribe so you can get your daily fix of Japan right in your inbox. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.